Challenging, kind of going up there, full contact again. Like, what was that like to pass on again?
I think I was mostly excited, if I could describe my emotions, if you will. Just excitement, right? It had been a long time since I put pads on, been a long time since I hit somebody, so I was really thrilled to be back out there and thankful at the end of the day. Again, just felt like I built a strong foundation this last year to 18 months, and so it was exciting to get back out there again and go remember the reason why I played the game.
And when the Ravens plucked you at the end of last year's draft, obviously I'm sure you were not injured, you might have gone earlier, but that being said, they're knowing that you're not going to play last year. What did that sort of long-term investment by the team, understanding that it would take time for you to get back healthy, what did that mean to you, and did that affect your motivation once they built up?
I mean, it was an investment for sure, right? Just not knowing with my injury and it being so late in the process in reference to the whole draft process. So yeah, it was beyond grateful when I got the call from Mr. Acosta and the Baltimore Ravens decided to select me as one of their choices. Again, they poured into me all last year, and I gave them everything I had, and just felt like the foundation that I built for myself and just the belief and the work ethic I had with everyone on staff in our weight room, in our training room, and even our position coaches and stuff, just felt like it all has paid dividends. And I'm forever indebted and grateful to this organization for believing in me, giving me a shot, given my circumstances.
Andrew, two things. When did you sort of physically feel like your old self again? And then secondly, because you've been here, you're obviously not pad and so forth, curious how the game speed felt to you once you got back on the field.
Yeah, I mean, kind of hard to say exactly when I felt like my quote-unquote self again, just because how tedious the process is and how long it is to coming back from a major ligament reconstruction like I had. But once I got back out there, definitely was speedy for me, just adapting to NFL speed and then doubling down with that, being off of football for a year. So once the helmets came on, the pads came on, it was definitely quick at first, but I felt like I adapted fairly well and quickly, and so I've been thankful for that.
What did you do in your downtime? Obviously, your stuff you did here, but I'm talking about sort of outside of here, because I'm sure there was maybe a little bit more downtime. What did you do? How did you deal with that, I guess?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. In a sense, I did have a lot of downtime. So, my wife and I we were both California born and raised. So, our first opportunity being out here on the East Coast, just explored and spent time all throughout the East Coast and just enjoyed a lot of the history and just a lot of food restaurants and I guess food tours, we like to call them. But definitely kept busy during the downtime. So yeah.
Andrew, how important do you think game reps are going to be for your preseason game? And it's been a while, and how much that may help the process of getting ready for the season.
Yeah, I think anytime you have an opportunity to go out there and play football and keep it score, it's important. It doesn't matter if you're on the Mighty Mites or any level of football. They're keeping score matters at the end of the day. So anytime you have the opportunity to go out there and compete and show who you are as a football player, it's important. So I'm just looking forward to the opportunity to get back out there and go compete against somebody who's not a teammate. And I could rightfully say so about the rest of the offensive line room.
What's it like sharing a sideline with a guy like Derek Henry?
It's exciting. I remember watching him in his college career and then early on in his professional career. Just as big in person as he seems online. So thrilled to have him, and we talk about an absolute workhorse. So excited to see what he does for this team this year.
Andrew, you didn't really get a chance to play with Kevin Zeitler last year, but you certainly have run with him and you watched him on the field during games and whatnot. What can you model after his game, and in particular in terms of other leadership things required at the line of scrimmage that he might have brought into play? Pointing things out, making calls.
Yeah. Kevin Zeitler will always hold a special place in my heart. Given my circumstances last year, and given that he is was the most veteran guy in the room, he was just somebody you can count on, and really had the opportunity to lean on him, and he poured into me. So just being the rookie that I was, I just tried to just always see what he was doing, right? Whatever it might have been. Taking care of his body, right? What he was eating, just kind of what he was doing, just watching him, just always having a set of eyes on him, seeing what he did. But Kevin Zeitler, he's dearly missed by me for sure. Built a good relationship with him over the last year, but I think one thing that really sticks out about his play is just his physicality and consistency. And he's talking about a guy who's just so disciplined, and it's brought him so far in this game. It's brought him so much success. So I feel like if I can just even copy that to a percentage of what he was able to, I feel like I'll have success.
How tough has Travis Jones been to block out here in practice?
He's a load for sure. He's a big boy. It's like a full-grown bull just running right at you. So, but right, you're grateful for that, right? You want everything to be hard during practice, so that when it comes time for competition, you're prepared and ready. So, I'm just grateful for him and excited to watch him this year. I think he's gonna have a special year and just a tremendous person at the end of the day.
And
One more, please.
along those lines, him, like Pierce, both just very, very strong men. I guess how many kind of degrees, or like how much of a difference is there between the kind of strength that you see from two guys like that versus the best, strongest guy you might have seen at USC?
Yeah, it's definitely different. The Pac-12 gets a reputation of being smaller off linemen in general, right? So, sure, there might be some merit to it. We'll find out with USC joining the Big Ten, so we'll see. But they're both big boys, and they're great athletes, and they can move, and they're really strong. So definitely, they're up there, if not the strongest people that I've ever had to compete against.
Thank you, Andrew.